What's going on, world? So I wanted to share with you guys just a little bit of a quick little story. There's like always these little things that happen I can make a whole video off of, so it's pretty great. But as I've referenced in a lot of my other videos, it's like my life has become a series of synchronistic events. Let's just say I read a book about tarantulas, all right, for example, then I'm gonna see like a zoo catcher video or something. This is gonna be this dude with a big old tarantula. That's just how this works. That's how all this energy stuff works. You see what I'm saying? So the book I alluded to in one of my earlier videos was The Masculine in a Relationship. It's pretty much like, how to be a real man. How to create yourself and how to carry yourself. And once again, it's not even too misogynistic because it talks about the feminine and the masculine and how there's supposed to be a nice little balance and a nice little, like a good tension, not like a bad tension, but just like how to maintain your half of the bargain as a man, pretty much, right? But this information can apply to everyone, all right? One of the concepts I literally just read like last night or like a day or two ago or like a day ago or last night, whatever, was the concept of respond versus react. All right. So I read this and I'm like, everything made sense. Someone can joke the fact that I wear the same hoodie in all my videos. Okay. It's like, well, what's up? You got a problem with my hoodie? You know what I'm saying? Like straight up just react to something. And what that does instantly is either starts the argument or causes conflict. You know what I'm saying? I try to avoid conflict, but I'm not going to run away from it either. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that does. Whereas if you responded, hey, you wear the same hoodie every day. Yeah, it's comfortable. It's just like a hoodie I just throw on when I come home. And I'm sitting in my house. So it's like, it's just a hoodie. Why do you care so much about what I'm wearing? You see what I'm saying? So, it's like letting someone into your brain and live there rent free, or, keeping yourself composed and just saying, you know what? It is what it is. So here's the story of how respond versus react can affect your business, right? So, I told like a quick little story about like how the dating app world is just a weird place. All right. It's just a weird place where people are just like pretty much at an online bar. It's not my scene. However, on Bumble, there's what's called Bumble Biz. And that's pretty much the networking side. Like you can just network, you can just chat with people starting up businesses, old, young, it doesn't matter. Everyone's just there. It's a really cool place. Like it's kind of strange as right next to the dating app, but hey, it is what it is. So when this morning I got a message from a guy that's pretty much once again trying to advertise his services. I don't even think he necessarily had a business, but his services. Cool. And it was about like digital advertisement and getting more people to watch my content or like to promote my website and stuff. And it's like, yeah, sure, but I kind of want to be more organic. Like I just don't want people to randomly click my stuff and not be looking for it. But hey, that could be an example of blocking my blessings. But I was willing to hear him because of that exact, concept. I don't want to block my blessings. So hey, if he can come through and all the right people just click that link and they end up on my YouTube page, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But here's the conversation. So it's pretty much, hey, how you doing? Hey, the formalities. Then he said, hey, I get it. I don't even remember what it was. I tuned him out so quickly. But it was we'll just say that he was, we'll call him Paul. And Paul was into digital marketing. Okay. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, tell me a little bit more about it, And he explains it, blah, blah, blah. Like pretty much it's here to get your website going and all this type of stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, because I text like I talk. Mind you, Bumble Biz is just instant messaging. If you're trying to get that hookup, it's the same platform. So now if you're trying to get your business going, you're just going back and forth IMs. It's very informal. You see what I'm saying? Or that's just how I look at it. Maybe I'm just a business scrub. Anyway. So it was funny because he came to me trying to promote himself. Cool, do your thing. And he told me about the business. I said, tell me more. And he said it's about getting your website more clicks, more more traffic to your website. Cool. I was like, well, I don't really have much of my own website, and I talk like I text. I was just like, haha, I don't really have much of my own website. I just upload videos to YouTube, and that's about it. And the next message was the react. All right, it was along the lines of, once again, I deleted the conversation. I don't have it. But it was along the lines of, do you think this is a joke? It's blah, 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 blah. This isn't a joke. It's you're trying to, I'm trying to like build your website, or I can help you build your website, and you clearly don't have one. That's why you're up here. I was like, hold on. This is like the part where it's like react and then like his reaction to my response. I took that in and I was like, excuse me? I was like, you don't know why I'm up here. I'm up here to just spread knowledge about spirituality. I'm here to, if people are looking to better themselves, if they're here to like, delve into different lanes, I'm here to just like, expose them to you and be like, here you go, people. Go do with it as you will. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to promote, like of course I'm promoting myself, but I'm not here to like build a website. I'm not here to do that type of stuff yet anyway, but you never know. But what happened here is his reaction completely derailed like a business conversation. To be quite honest with you, emotions have no place in business world. That's another reason why I don't consider myself a businessman. I mean, I am an emotional person, but I know how to keep them in line. But it's the fact that like he went way off the deep end and said, "You think this is a joke?" Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, like, relax. Like, I'm just a spiritual dude. And then he said, oh, well, like in the next message, once again, showing how far he was into his emotions, he's like, well, I don't think, what was it? It just sounds like you're just laughing in my face about, I'm like, how'd you get all of that from, haha, I don't have a website? How'd you get that far into it? And that's what made me think about this masculine core stuff. How emotion is not a place for, like a business and emotion don't go hand in hand. You see what I'm saying? You don't know who I am. You came to me, and now you came to me and just had this like emotional outburst when I didn't even know who you were a day ago. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you expect people to grow that business? You expect people to want to work with you if that's how you act? In business and relationships. You know what I'm saying? Most women, if you have like any women that watch my video, please attest to this. If you are an emotional woman, if you know yourself to be emotional, just hypothetically, if you know you're emotional, do you want an emotional man too? Like most women are attracted to men because they're the opposite. I'm not saying being like a closed off, like, emotionally unavailable man. But yo, if your girl's like bugging out, you as a man can't do that. You're supposed to calm her down. If you get emotional, then she has to do what calms you down. But if you're both emotional, what does that do? And that's the relationship side. In business, it's like you got emotional when you were making a pitch. What do you think? Who's going to want to work with you? Because that's my exact thought. I put on my businessman outfit, my businessman hoodie, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't want to work with you. Like, if I already, and because he would try to continue the conversation, like he didn't just have that whole outburst. I was done with him after that. I was like, yo, first impressions are everything, and you just spazzed out like that. Like, what happens when we get into a meeting? I'm like, yo, I got millions of people looking at my stuff now. So like, how can we do this? And we have a disagreement. How do I know you're not going to bug out like that on me at that point? You see what I'm saying? No one wants to work with someone that's overly emotional. And like, assuming like a heterosexual relationship, a woman doesn't want a super emotional man. Yes, it's nice when we are open about our emotions to our woman. But when we are emotional, to match like their emotion, it doesn't work. You need the polarity, the masculine and the feminine in the relationship. That's how the world stays balanced. And I have another video about balance. You see what I'm saying? So either way, he messed that one up. Now, the proper way to do this, and this is like a nice shameless plug for someone I did meet on the same app, that we had a nice back and forth. It's my nice, it's like my friend here, Gabriela, and I'll put a link to her newsletter, and it's about spirituality and self-development. So ladies, if you like watch my videos, but you also want another feminine take on stuff, feel free to click the link below. And yeah, like we had a nice conversation. I was like, hey, I'm gonna get into videos, and she's like, oh, cool. And I was like, hey, but when I do, I'm gonna let you know, because that's kind of like my businessman / me just being masculine and being responsible for myself. I said I'm gonna do something, so I do it. It's that simple. You know what I mean? But this is what happens when you have a nice relationship. Like we talk, cool, and we realized that we would cooperate with one another. You see what I'm saying? That's what business is. Nothing happened instantly. It took me some time to get my stuff together, and she's been developing her newsletter over time. And I think it's all very helpful information. So feel free to go check out her information. But just think about that, everybody, men, women, respond versus react. All right. No one wants to deal with emotional outbursts all the time. No one wants to be in a relationship with someone with a bunch of emotional outbursts. No one wants to do business. You know, some people say relationships are businesses in a way. That's up to you. You know, but let me know what you think about this. Feel free once again to go check out Gabriela's newsletter. And till next time.